Welcome to a new video, and today we're back at Chopwell Woods and we're here to celebrate Adam from Dirt Cheap Downhill's birthday. We've got quite a good group today, a few Chopwell regulars and a few of the lads I met at Hamsterly a few weeks back joining us on the ride. So today we're primarily going to be hitting a lot of the off-piste stuff, a lot of the lines which I've never ridden at any point before. So here we go into the first trail. And please do us a favour, stay tuned to near the end of the video. I didn't have clean runs on all these trails, did have a couple of offs, and best one of all being a pretty comical tumble down the side on Berm Alley. So stick around, watch the end of the video. It also does the video good on the YouTube algorithm with people watching to the end. Now I had realised prior to this little off that the pressure in my fork just wasn't quite what I normally have it at. I had been tinkering about with the bike the day before and just hadn't put the pressure quite right in the fork. Front end was dipping into the bumps and things, and the front end just didn't feel quite right. I wasn't too comfortable at this point in the ride. However, I did borrow a shock pump and got the pressure back up to what I normally ride it at.
Come up there.
Hey, aye.
I thought I'd seen someone.
So now down into the drift pit. This is an area I have ridden in before. There's lots of different lines, lots of drop features and things. So we stopped here for a little while. A few of the lads sessioned a few of the drops.
A bit wobble up there.
Aye.
Is that you wobbling there, Steve? You're all ready. Nice. Lovely. Lovely. Let's go. Up to the veins. Ready for the tap, Mandy?
Right, just in case anyone who ran about to break and nobody's behind us.
No, you went the wrong way. They went this way.
Yep, that's steep.
And we soon realised that this section of trail was pretty steep, and then decided to take a slightly different,
I
safer
think it'd be
line.
better going that way.
Are you going back up? Are you going to try it?
I'm going to go that one.
It's alright.
Looks worse than it is, doesn't it?
Because if you've just got good grip control, you're alright, aren't you? You alright? Yeah?
You've been riding long, mate?
Me?
Aye. Oh, I used to race downhill.
Alright.
Back in the day. Well, back in the day.
This is looking,
Get stuck on the hill.
this is looking spicy.
Spicy.
Oh yes.
What is it down here then?
Just don't grab your front. Just don't grab your front brake. It's easy, eh?
Oh nah.
And what the camera's not
No.
really picking up is in front of us is
Nah.
what is a rollable drop, but on the approach I made and at the time I just didn't feel confident to go over it, so I just stepped off the bike, got over that small drop
Nah.
and rode the rest of the way down. I think if we hadn't stopped at the top of the bank and just rode through all in one, I possibly would have carried on over it without a problem.
No, that little bit drop bit in the middle, I thought nah.
You didn't go off the steep bit, did you?
Fine, like, eh?
What's that one?
I went down that steep bit in the front of me, and then I
Yeah.
just dropped down all the way mile from you, Simon. Do you want to stop before the jump?
No, no.
It's only a
Shout.
it's not really it's not. It's just been dug out a little bit, it's only the arrow, it's fine.
Where you can case it.
I was going to say, even if I case it, worst case
So along this section we're about to ride here, the only one sort of main feature is a small gap jump which has been dug out. Apparently as long as you carry enough speed you can clear it quite safely. Now there were a couple of small little drop features and I thought one of them was that jump and thought I'd cleared it until I came across the actual jump itself, which did take us a little by surprise.
Fucking hell.
And as you can guess, that was the jump which we've been told about. And looking back at it from this point, it was substantially bigger than I expected it being when I rode over it. Continuing down, and this sort of turns into quite a steep loose chute, and ahead of us is a guy called Patrick who once again has managed to go over the bars but was stopped by a couple of trees. And one of these days when we're riding together I will actually capture one of his crashes on camera.
It is. It's loose as well, like, isn't it?
I've got too much fucking air, you can't tie it out. You can't fucking just fanny about down these, you've got to
Yeah, we decided to go back up the top and take a different line back down.
The local. Nah, it's not that steep, like.
Oh god.
I don't know why, is it not?
Never believe a local that tells you.
Nah, that's what I said to him. I said he's local, him. I said he'd be full of it. Here he comes out the way.
Once midway at the bottom, a few of the lads started to head back up and I'll bid session try a few of the lines back down.
Alas, what a line!
Adam particularly enjoyed a couple of lines he took down there.
Go on, sunshine. Nice. Here he comes. I'll come off the line just in case. Alright. Good shout. Oh, nearly! It's alright, you're just on camera.
I think it's this one.
So if you watch my Chopwell solo off-piste video you'll recognise this line as
it
one
is.
I rode then. Today the conditions were a little bit slippier and I didn't have a very clean run, as you'll soon find out. So it's about this point here where I'm practically doing the splits and trying to stop the bike tumbling downhill.
Hanging over to your right there, boss.
Get alive.
Alright.
Straight off.
Yeah, that's it.
She'll be coming down
aye.
steady, she'll just be going steady, mate. Zoom, that lad. Beauty.
You're sending them there.
Slow down, I want to go back, I want to do that again now.
Yeah, I'm going to do that again there.
Yeah, we're doing that again. Yeah, I've got a good number for a lawyer for your case.
So if you're watching me the videos, you'll recognise this line. This is Roots, which is up in the top end of the Chopwell Woods. Great trail to ride, not as steep as some of the others, but lots of roots, tree stumps, things like that. One of my favourite lines to ride in the woods. Obviously you've got to remember that these are not dedicated biking trails, so you're always going to have people walking, dog walkers and horses. So please be aware of them and give way to them, give them space, don't go thundering past scaring the shit out of people. So it'll do us as bikers absolutely no favours if you get people complaining.
No.
I'm now riding kind of an extended part of Roots which takes you down to the main fire road to go back up to the Powerline Trail, and since my last time on this it is very overgrown, a lot of bracken up, so it's very difficult to see the trail ahead. And to the left is quite a steep drop off, quite a steep bank, so you don't want to be coming off along here. Now heading on to the Powerline Trail, and at this point I realised that I have a bit of an issue. My chain has managed to jam itself down past the 11th gear, so I couldn't change up, so I had to stop and get that sorted before continuing down the rest of the trail. Well, by this point I'm getting a little bit weary, it's been a warm day again. So my energy's quite low, so a bit more of a slow, steady run down the trail this time compared to what I've done on past videos. As you can probably say, compared to previous videos, I'm just going way slower than I normally would down this section of trail. Said energy levels just not there, reactions are not there. Nearly ready for home at this point. So after power line we stopped off back down at the drift pit for a little bit. Lads had a bit more session on one of the big drops. Adam quite enjoying having a go on Carrick's e-bike.
We're in. Are you on, Steve? Are you on? Yeah, go.
Also stopped off and had a go on this chute, which to be honest I just didn't even think about riding, just couldn't be bothered.
Nah. Everyone ready? Alright everybody, this is probably our last run. We're going to do berm alley and hit the chute at the end. And that might be it for us. So we've got Carrick, Simon, Steve outdoors. Our last shred. It's been an epic session for my birthday. Thank you for joining, boys. And we'll see you again on another ride for sure. Right, let's go, hit it. Oh, boys.
So we are back heading towards berm alley. We did ride this earlier today, but I managed to miss the entrance. So here we go. This is my first time riding down this berm alley.
Here we go. Last section of day down into berm alley in Chopwell Road. It's been a great session.
I haven't watched videos of this. These berm type features are way bigger than the appear on the video, and as you can see, just didn't get that line right at all. But as I said, at this point I was just quite weary, ready to call it a day, so just cruised on down the rest.
Clipped a branch with me bars.
What?
I clipped a branch.
What a crack.
Aye.
You alright though?
Aye.
While Adam ahead of us setting up to go down the big chute at the right, I just took the nice easy way down to the left here. That's it, that was our day at Chopwell. Really good session, great bunch of lads rode with. We'll be back there soon. Definitely will be riding some of those big chutes and some of the features I kind of missed this time.
It was one on the right hand side, just went up and I think my bars clipped something and I just did a full roll down the lot.
Yes, did you make any of the rest after? Did you hit or did you just blast down?
I think I splashed down.
Well, you had a go now. You're starting to know the line. So.
Aye.
Shit, just hooked it up. And which way now? Back to the cars, isn't it? Yeah. Back to the car.